34F, and I finalized my divorce from my ex-husband Derek 36M about 6 months ago. We were together for nearly a decade, but in the last few years, I felt like I was living with a stranger. He wasn't abusive or cheating, just completely checked out. Conversations turned into one-word answers. Date nights stopped, and any attempt to address the distance was met with gaslighting or dismissiveness. I was tired of fighting to be seen in my own marriage, so I made the decision to leave. My family wasn't supportive. My parents told me that marriage takes work and implied I had just given up too easily. My younger sister, Jessica 32F, was the worst of all. She's been married to Ryan 35M for 6 years, and according to her, their marriage is flawless. She never misses a chance to remind me of that. At family gatherings, she'd slip in little digs, casual enough to seem harmless, but pointed enough to sting. Things like, not everyone is willing to put in the effort to make a marriage last. Or Ryan and I just get each other. Maybe that's what was missing in your relationship. If I ignored her, she'd push further, turning to our parents for validation. And they'd nod along, acting as if she was just stating facts rather than rubbing salt in the wound. It was exhausting, but I held my tongue. I told myself she was just insecure and needed to prove something. Why else would someone constantly brag about how perfect their marriage was? I let it slide, thinking she'd get bored eventually. Then, at a cousin's baby shower, she took it too far. We were sitting at a table with a few extended family members, making small talk. Someone brought up relationships, and just like that, Jessica saw her opening. "Oh, I don't know how people just give up on marriage," she said, with the fakest sympathetic look. "Like, I can't imagine being in my 30s and divorced. It must be so hard starting over." She said it loud enough that half the room heard. People went quiet, exchanging awkward glances. One of my aunts shifted uncomfortably, but no one spoke up. Jessica kept going, making a show of squeezing Ryan's hand. Ryan and I never let things get to that point. We communicate, we make time for each other. Some people just don't try hard enough. I felt the heat rise in my face, but I refused to react. I just smiled, nodded, and let her have her moment. Because in that moment, I made a decision. I was done letting her get away with this. A few weeks later, I stumbled across something interesting. I wasn't looking for dirt on Ryan, but life has a funny way of giving you what you need when you need it. A friend of mine, who had no idea about my history with Jessica, sent me a screenshot from a dating app. It was a profile of a man named Ryan, claiming to be in a complicated marriage and looking for excitement. It was him. At first, I wasn't sure what to do with it. Maybe it was a fake profile. Maybe someone was using his pictures. But the more I thought about it, the more things started clicking into place. Ryan had always been a little too charming, the kind of guy who made every woman feel special, even ones he shouldn't. He was flirty, always texting on his phone, always had a reason to step away at family events. I had brushed it off before, but now I was paying attention. So, I started watching. It didn't take long to find more. His social media habits were interesting. Liking thirst traps, leaving fire emojis under random women's posts, making late-night comments that were just vague enough to pass as harmless. And then there were the inconsistencies, telling Jessica he was working late when his location tag said otherwise, mentioning dinners that didn't match up with her stories. Still, I didn't say anything. Not yet, because Jessica was still running her mouth. At another family dinner, she smirked at me over a glass of wine and said, "Have you considered dating yet? Or is it hard when people see the divorce on your record?" I just smiled, because by then, I had everything I needed. Jessica thought